everyone. Good evening. So, we're coming together once again to do some energy healing. I'm going to be doing channeled healing, body and soul activation sessions. That's what I'm going to be doing. For those of you who would like to have one done, that's what we're doing. So, I'm going to start meditating and clearing the space. And just bringing through whatever messages and information Spirit wants to share with us about this time. And then once a few of you have gathered and you are ready, then we can start doing the channeled healing activations. Okay. So for those of you who have symptoms and ailments, chronic conditions that you're struggling with, that you need some support around healing, that's what we're doing this evening. So I welcome you in. And if you can just be patient and allow for a few other people to join us, let's cleanse the space together. And just bring through whatever Spirit wants to bring through for us at this moment. So I've been downloading the energy that's been, they say no, uploading. The energy that's been uploading. Yes, please. Is, there's a lot of shame and guilt being cleared out, specifically around the area of tribe, family, our sense of stability, our capacity and ability to take care of ourselves. A lot of our blockages in the area of finances, particularly, Spirit is guiding me towards the energy of shame and guilt that is ancestral that we are having to clear out, and how the shame and the guilt can create blockage in our stability. So, okay, just clearing the space, clearing my energy. All right. I'm just going to connect to Spirit, and I'm going to channel whatever information, whatever messages Spirit wants to bring and share with the collective while we're waiting for everyone to join. Hello, Caroline. So good to have you here. Welcoming you all in with so much love. Hi, Andrew. Great to have you here. And Ruth, good morning. So I'm just waiting to see who else joins, and then we're going to do some channeled healing activations together. But whilst I'm waiting for them to come through, I'm just going to bring through the messages that they want to bring through, because that is also going to open up the space. You've entered a sacred space. The archangels in the north, south, east, and west have their sacred flames burning. And I'm welcoming in my guides. I've got ancestors stepping forward. Real talk. Yes, I'm a witch. Welcome in. We're doing some body and soul healing activations. I'm going to be doing healings for those of you who are feeling called. I've got ancestors stepping forward, and the elders want to speak. We are in a time of preparation. Many of you have your allocated chores, jobs, works, whatever you want to call them. You've already been given your assignments. That came through towards the end of last year. Now you are all thrust into your positions, your places, and your spaces where you have your allocated duties. Of course, you have chosen these duties for yourselves. This goes without saying. But you are not focused yet. Many of you are still distracted. Your focus is scattered, and the busyness of the world does not help. And the heightened intuitive abilities, they're a little bit like a new sense where you have been blind for a really long time and suddenly you can see. It can be overwhelming. And so we acknowledge the overwhelm that you may be experiencing at this time. But it is imperative that you focus. Collectively, we are preparing for a new wave of energy that is making its way, traveling through the star system, through our universal systems to make their way to the earth. You can see that we are no longer talking about collapses in the systems and collapses in the timeline. They are now old news. Of course, many are experiencing the remnants because, as always, some of you pay attention a little later. Nonetheless, there are those of you who have carried the information in your bodies, the tools, the medicines, the information, the technologies, call them whatever you like. But now is the time that they are awakening, and like spores, they are spreading from your vessel. When you speak, just like the channel is doing now. What does this mean? It is happening automatically, and your systems are doing all of the work. And you have to focus on holding space for your vessel, for your systems, for this release, for this fertilization, pollinization, call it what you like, that is taking place. Some of you are experiencing symptoms such as itching, particularly in the arm and the chest area, a tickle, an itch under the skin that is unexplainable. Some of you are experiencing sore throats still, the glands, the energy in the glands in the throat area and the thyroid are very, very activated at this time. It is going to be challenging to be still. For there is much that needs to be done, and you feel this intuitively. But it is not your job to do the doing. The doing is being done. Nature is taking care of that. You want to focus on supporting your vessel. Some of you are experiencing pressures in the sinuses, headaches. Your ancestors are drawing near, and your ancestors are everywhere around you. You are not alone. There is much being done. You are correct in knowing that much work is being tended to at this time, and you want to help. You help by not helping, slowing down, hydrating, supporting your vessel. Many of you have already become aware of your need as you are inspired to understand better what it is that your vessel needs right now, and that is all that you need to do. And release. Release the guilt, release the shame around not being enough, around not doing enough, around not being everywhere and in all places, and not being able to control everything. As it comes up, exhale and release. That is all you need to do. Now, we will step aside and allow the channel to bring through some healing. But know that we are simply stepping aside, still holding space, because you are not only healing and supporting the upgrades of your vessel, you are also clearing the portals, the pathways that connect you to your ancestral karma. And we thank you and we love you. Isaac, how are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing well now. Today was a bit of a hectic day for me. And I was constantly holding myself together, as I'm sure many people are experiencing. Many of us feel like we're on a roller coaster. Especially those of us who are very sensitive to the energies, those of us who are the portals, the mediums, bringing through the energy. Yes, I am South African. And you? Please let me know where you guys are from, especially if you are new to the live. Please put it in the comments. If there's anything in the that's come through for you or come up for you, you can share that too. And to those of you who are joining me for some healing, just watch the moon rise in the eastern sky with the warmth of the setting sun on my back. Love from the UK. Okay, so you're loving your space right now. That sounds beautiful. Nice. I suppose here in the south there's a tendency to take the lovely weather for granted. But we did have nice weather today. It was warm. It's warm these days, and we had a storm the other day here in Cape Town, and I expected it because it's been humid but yet overcast. And so it's just been that that where the sky's been saying to me, I'm pregnant with something. And I'm certainly feeling that way in my energy as well right now. So let's go into the channeled healings, if you guys are ready for that. If any of the symptoms that you'd like to have cleared, or you'd like for Spirit to guide you through, I can do a channeling on that. Put your symptom in the comments. Let's do some healing. Let's clear out some of the energies. Okay. No, I'm not Christian. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. I practice spiritual practices, not religious practices. So, yeah. I don't follow any religious doctrine. I follow spirituality, the energy source, God, the all that exists within all and all of us and all that we are connected to. But I don't conform to or practice any doctrine. Lee Brainders, infinite blessings. Thank you. Same to you, dear. So if that is something that is important to you, of course, I respect your faith. I respect your practice. I respect your religion. And I respect who you are as a being, as a soul. I love who you are as a soul. I respect who you are as a human being. But it is not my practice. Infinite blessings to you all. I am a healer. I'm born gifted. So I'm offering channeled healing to those of you who have been called here, who have been drawn here, who have been guided here. If you have a symptom, an ailment, a condition that you are struggling with at this time and you need some support, some energetic healing with that, you are welcome to put that in the comments. This is a time of intense energy. We are bringing through the blueprints for the new systems. So last year, a lot of the systems collapsed. Money, social structures. We're seeing evidence of that now in our politics and in our leadership, in companies, organizations that form part of our systems. And now, as a result, the bulldozer's gone through the earth. Now, new systems, it's time for the new to come in. So obviously there's clearing that needs to be done, just like when you are going to put a new building on land. When you have a piece of land and the old building that is collapsing and falling apart and not serving as home for the community, that needs to be teared down. This is a process that comes with a lot of grief and a lot of fear because we become sentimental. So it's quite an in-depth process that we hold space for. And many of you, those of us who are here at this time, have come to support these processes, these very intense, disruptive, chaotic, transformational processes. I've been experiencing itchy skin, forearms, and gut issues, back pain too. It comes and goes. Yeah, those are the symptoms now, Ruth. Okay, but I'm going to tune in and see what else Spirit wants to bring through for you. So in the channeling, as I've said to you, that's the symptoms we're experiencing now. Especially those of us who have come to we carry information in our bodies. We carry the information in our bodies. And this DNA, this body that we have is ancient. Obviously, it comes down a powerful ancestral bloodline. Me, you too, Ruth, as an African woman. And we carry in our bodies the information, which is that information that we carry in our bodies is the blueprint that is activated at the right time. And these activations and the setting free of this information, the activating and the releasing of this information, which some of us call it a download, but Spirit said in the channeling, the ancestor, the elder in the channeling did say, this is more an upload. This is more of an upload. I think it was in the channeling. It was somewhere there when I was in the midst of tuning in. And the upload is from within us. And we're and this is pollinating. It's these spores going out from us that we obviously can't see. Some of us can see it because some of us are seers, but not everybody can see it. Some of us have glimpses of it, but we just overlook it because we think we're seeing stars, or we think we've imagined something. But we're seeing this release of information because now it's sort of like at the beginning of harvest, when the seeds are, there's a pollination taking place, which is quite interesting for me because I'm just thinking of symbolically what that means, where these spores are going out and they're being carried sort of energetically from one, you know how bees carry pollen from one flower to the other. There's this interactive process taking place right now. But they were saying that the itching is one of the symptoms. Interesting, I've also been feeling the pressure in the back. Okay, I did. You hold keys to certain upgrades for the collective now. Well, it's like parts of the key, and many, like you, hold a piece. Together, you unite in energy and manifest to unlock those upgrades. Yes. Oh, did I share that with you? Interesting, because that's quite true to many of us right now. So we've got a new wave of beings coming in. Very, very different. And so the mothers of these beings coming in, they're reintegrating with our species, with us, us as a collective. the mothers have been prepared. They are going to be very, very different. We are going to notice their differences, but they are bringing in, they're going to basically be the coders. So we're releasing the information, pollinizing, releasing the information, and they come and they take that information, they're going to code it. So the children that are coming through this year, or towards the end of this year, part of this year, next year, and within the next 5 years, they carry the blueprint. So there's a lot happening right now, and many of us are keepers of this information. We've had it in our bodies for a long time, and now we're releasing it. We're setting it free. But just like pregnancy and labor, even though we carry our eggs in with us, we have our eggs with us since we're in our mother's womb. And we're the egg in our mother's womb since we're in our grandmother's womb. It's like that. It doesn't mean that when we fall pregnant and we give birth and we have this new child that it's easy. It's still a shock to the system. And we're having a bit of a shock to the system at the moment. Right, so I want to tune into you, Ruth, and I want to share with you what Spirit brings through, okay? And I just welcome everyone that is here right now. Wrapping around you with infinite love. Hmm. So Elif is asking if I would identify myself. And with much explanation, she explains that these things are important to you. On your planet, my vibration, my energy, and the being that I am, and that we, the all, manifest as to you. One of the names that you call us is Seraphim. We are woven around your planet, arm by arm, side by side. We form a barrier. There is much activity, as you know. And we act or perform as the skin of the body that is the Mother Earth on the outer skirts. This barrier of light, nurturing love, forms a sheet of protection, but also keeps much that you are, that you are tending with as this time in. Right now, you will feel that your solar plexus is very activated. The pressure in the back is your grid. Those are your grids. Usually and some of you call us angels when you connect with us. We are always with you, but right now you feel very alone because we are not with you in the way that we usually are, because we are on the outskirts, woven one into the other, side by side, forming this barrier. So we are still with you in a different way, in a way that serves you best. But you feel, some of you, alone and abandoned and exposed, but you are not exposed. And the reason and the purpose for this barrier is to hold space with all the portals on your planet. And by now, many of you know that you are the portals. It is important that we protect these portals so that only that which is meant to come in at this time is filtered in and has access to these portals. We are keeping the vibration and the frequency at an all-time high. Everything that you are experiencing now is from within you, beloved. It is not external. It is much, it is a lot, and it is heavy. And we feel the challenge vibrationally of leaving you to tend to all of the energy, all that is you on your own. But you are so strong and infinitely capable. And we have simply gotten into the habit of just making things easier for you than you need, and this is not helpful. So all is happening as it should, and the pressure in the spine, the back, the mid back specifically, and it moves down into the hips, and sometimes it is at the neck. It can move around for some of you, but it seems to be predominant in the center of the back, is around the grid work that you do, anchoring in the upgrades, the activations that lead to uploads and downloads, none of which you need to have any in-depth understanding of, because you have a knowing and an intuitive understanding of how this works. That is far more valuable. Your Merkabas spin in that area. And the pressure is from feeling and carrying some of the muck that you just need a little patience with to release. In order to release everything that you are clearing out, processing, and bringing through for the collective. So we send in the energy now, pulsating from the core of Gaia and from us, the outer barrier, the skin, a sheath of sorts, of energy. You will feel the vibrations and you will hear them over the next few days. And we thank you for asking so that we can heed your call for assistance. And as a result of your willingness to be here and to ask, those who are doing this with you will feel the ease and receive the current that pulsates. Some of you will feel the pressure in your ears shift. Some of you will hear the sound. Many of you have complained about the pitch, the sound, the high pitch sound in the ears, the ringing in the ears, and so we have reduced the pulsating frequency for your benefit. But now there is pressure in the grids, in the spine, and so we will up the frequency once again. With your permission. And we thank you. Okay, Caroline. Ruth. Caroline, you're talking about the shame and the guilt, which is very much the energy that's showing up. And you know what? I know what's happening with the collective, not only because I go into channeling, because I don't always go into channeling. But because I experience the energies and I experience the activations and the upgrades. I experience it, so I know what the collective's going through, especially those who are connected to me. So this was a very, very interesting message, Ruth, that just came through as a result of your asking. What do you think? What do you think of this, Caroline? What do you think of the message we just... I'm going to go and research who that was that I just channeled. Okay. There are many channels that will give you a name of who and what they're channeling. Those channels usually have one energy being channeling through them. I am a multi-dimensional channel. So I channel anything can come through. I channel. Usually when I work in my healing, I connect to source energy. But I'm a multi-dimensional channel, so any energy being that wants to speak through me that is of the frequency, because I don't channel lower vibrational frequency. I can communicate with them, but I don't channel them because I don't let them work through my body. Okay, so it's a different thing that I do there. But as a result of that, I'm at such a high frequency that sometimes even to find the words, I struggle. Like there's no words. I don't communicate. It's a telepathic, it's a different kind of communication. I have to find the word to interpret it. So they will give me a name and I will feel that name and I will know it, but I won't know how to say it sometimes. So I don't bother with names too much because it doesn't matter to me. It only matters the energy. And I'm the same in the 3D world. Those of you who know me know that. I will forget your names. I said Andrew, who is my partner, I called him Anthony the last time. I'm terrible with names. So it's just, and that's just me. That's just, maybe it's my autism, I don't know, but it's me. It's just always been the way that I am and the way that I work. So I'll describe the energy to you. I'll tell you where they're from, but seldom do I ask them for names. So I'm definitely going to go and check that out. What did I say? Seraphim, something like that. Okay, Caroline says I had pulsing in my lower right back. The cat ear was lying on top of me, purring away during the channel. Now she moves spots. Ah, yes. Oh my goodness. Cats at the moment, they're working very closely with us at this moment, at this time. And Ruth says, already feeling a release in the back. Here is a beautiful being here with me. The energy is intense. She thanks you for being a clear channel. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for asking, Ruth, because we really needed that. Because I've also had the pressure in the back, and I've also had the itching, and I mean, I didn't even know that they're giving me information about all the interesting things going on at this moment, but I didn't know that. So seraphim, yeah, that's what I got. And what I saw from her, she's very tall and she's majestic, very strong, very tall. And if I were to describe her in terms of our what we are used to with humans, I would think she's a Scandinavian woman. That's the energy I got. Tall, very pale skin, just this big energy, but and she's ancient. And she spoke on behalf of many because I saw many of them, and just this light, these different orbs of light beings, just one arm hooked into the other around the earth. I think our planet is vulnerable at the moment. Well, I wouldn't be surprised with everything going on. So I'm feeling really good with that as well. Thank you, Ruth. So that was definitely for many of us, not only for you. That was definitely for many of us at this time. Whew, that was intense and beautiful. Okay. So, all right. The guilt and the shame. So, I'm hearing a lot of chatter as if it's through some sort of telephone line, or it's in another space, but I'm hearing it as if I'm picking, like I'm outside of a room and I'm picking up on a lot of chatter going on inside of a massive hall. And there's a lot of council meetings going on, and there's a lot of chatter, and the language that I'm hearing them speak is light language. It's a lot of it's a lot of so they're I'm picking up and I'm seeing images of dolphins and I'm seeing images of whales. So we're able to pick up on the frequency of these conversations that are going on at this time. And it's specifically activating the shoulders and the throat. But I feel called to and led to listening to dolphin or whales sounds. Like if you can get the authentic ones, I feel that's going to help with the release of the guilt and the shame. All right. Okay, so there's a so I'm seeing this massive hall. It's like a hall, okay, where people congregate, and there is speaking taking place and communication taking place on behalf of what is taking place in the universe, not just on our planet. And how they're doing it is not the way we do, where one person speaks and then everybody else listens. No, they're speaking, it's as if they're singing. They're speaking, but they're singing. And a young gentleman just stepped out. Okay, so I'm going to share with you what's coming through regarding the guilt and the shame. The fingerprints of humanity has been lost to many of your records. There is much that many of you do not know, but it is not lost in the cycles of existence. It is not lost to the all. As human beings, you carry the information, the histories of many a civilization that have been around long before you were created. Your truths are coming to the surface. The time has come for you to know. But the guilt and the shame that you carry is a distortion. It's a distortion of the truth. Yeah, in our time-space reality. We do not suffer anxiety or stress. And this is as a result of bringing the full picture into focus. Many of you have volunteered to clear this out. For your cords connected to your ancestors and to their ancestors and your ancestors' ancestors, to your creators who carry blueprints and ancestral ties to you, and farther back. Those cords run through your systems, your reality, like veins, and some of the arteries are blocked. So knowing who you are and where you come from and why you be is the fuller picture. And you are clearing out those arteries and the blockages. And some of you are doing that for the many. We do not suffer anxiety or stress, for we have stopped making some of the things that you still make of importance. We have reduced those things to its rightful place. And as a result, we are free. Things such as sexuality, gender, race, status, how much money you have in the bank, what clothes you wear, what devices you use. The experience of life through things. We all speak our own language, and we speak collectively, and yet we do not misunderstand one another. We are, as a result of your willingness to allow for free flow in the arteries and the vessels, that is your connection to the all. I am you, Caroline, in the future. And I'm still troubled with this thing, with this eye. But it's perfect for where I am now. Vision is different here. Allow your vision to evolve and change. It is part of your process. It's part of your upgrades. And tune out of the noise and the nonsense that humanity still gets themselves enraged and troubled about. Ask yourself, does it really matter? And if the yes does not echo from inside you, pay it no more mind. And he says his name is Eric. That was a tiny little man. Okay. Caroline, what's going on with your eye? He showed me that this one eye picks up color and frequency different. The one eye sees vivid color, the other eye doesn't see color. Wow. This was intense and so helpful to the collective. The channeled healings that came through tonight, through you, Ruth and Caroline, both of you, I'm not surprised because both of you are healers. Both of you are seers, both of you are gifted. Ruth, you are a starseed. Caroline, you are deeply associated with fairy beings and I'm not surprised that the healing you gave space to this evening was not just for yourselves, but for me and for the collective. And I'm so grateful to you. I'm going to need to ground because I've traveled to different spaces and this was quite intense. This was incredible. What I saw this evening was incredible. If you guys have any questions about this, please let me know. Put it in the comment section. I'll do a short video on giving more description about or on with regards to answering any questions you have pertaining to these channeled messages. But this was incredible. Caroline, you might feel like you're alone now, but you were. So this hall that I saw, it's not a hall the way we have here. It's and it's not on this planet. And you are there with multi-dimensional beings, and this is very interesting because I see you now in this life and time space reality very deeply associated with the fairy being the creatures of the woods, you know. But Eric said he is a future version of you. It was very futuristic. It's on another planet, and there's multi-dimensional beings, and they're all speaking at the same time. And it's not our language. It sounds to me like light language, and they're all different. And everyone's speaking at the same time as if you guys are singing, and the vibrations of this is it's a sacred space being held for the universe's capacity to receive what it is that we are, the impact that we are making on the universe at this time. So this is beautiful. If you guys have any questions or want to say anything, you can do so now. But if you don't, I just want to thank you so much for being here. I want to thank you for asking the questions so that we can bring through the answers that we are clearly all ready for. And for coming to connect with me this evening, I'm going to give you just a few seconds to ask any questions or put any comments in the section if you do, in the comment section if you do. And if no one has, I'll take it as you don't have any, and then I'm going to say goodnight so that I can go and ground because I feel like I'm out of my body at the moment. So many stories active at the same time. So many different balls and earth spinning, just like in nature. There's so much going on. The little bee has their own story and their own life. The acorn has its own journey. The snake has her own story and her own journey. This is our reality. Okay, so I want to thank you all for being here. I plan to go live next Thursday again. Okay. So let your friends and family know, those who need healing. I have no control over what comes through. Where it stems from, they show me, they'll take me, and they'll bring through whatever needs to come through in terms of healing activations. But I trust that those of you who are here with me this evening, that you are feeling more aligned, that your body and your soul is in deeper and greater alignment. Take care of yourself, and I hope that the information that came through, I know it must be helpful because it's definitely helpful for me. I'm definitely going to go back and watch this because I was in channeling most of the time. I want to go and listen to it. But I will see you guys next week, so tell your friends, tell your loved ones, share, and I look forward to connecting with you guys next week. Love and light. Be gentle with yourselves. Take care of yourselves. You are incredibly special, And even though it seems like you're not doing much in the world, like you're not making much move, oh my goodness, you are moving universes. You're moving worlds. You're impacting worlds in ways that the naked eye can't see. You are incredibly special. So much love and light. And I will see you guys next time. So goodbye for now. See you next week.